So a table summarizes results from, in this case, 977 pedestrian deaths that were caused by automobile accidents. So same kind of thing, same kind of table. And it's saying if one of the pedestrian deaths is random, so to find the probability the pedestrian was not intoxicated, driver was. Yeah, okay, good. So this is kind of like what we're just talking about. So they're saying probability that the driver, well, I should start with pedestrian, huh? They're saying pedestrian not, right? Pedestrian was not. I'm sorry, I didn't read the words carefully. No, this is more complex. Yeah, this is tricky. Pedestrian not, or it says or driver yes. Okay, this is tricky. What I just said a minute ago was wrong. I didn't realize it had the word or in there. That makes a big difference whether it says or and in the middle. So are y'all dialed in with me right now? If I've been doing the Charlie Brown teacher voice, the wah, wah, wah for you, dial in. If you got other things going off, dial in. This is going to be hard. This is really important. This confuses many people and makes their exam go badly. If you can get this down now, it'll be big help to you. Remember, that's what this section's all about. Look up here, probability and an or. And an or. That's what this section is all about. It's a huge and gigantic difference. So make sure you catch it. They said or. They said or. Now, think with me logically. I don't want you to think this is some weird, strange math rule that we just made up to make life hard for college students. No, this is just what's true. That's what I love about math. It just follows what's true. It's nobody's opinion. It's just what's true. Think about what's true with me for a minute. And look at this table for a minute, guys and gals. If you're looking at that table with me, and I said to you, hey, please circle for me all the groups where the pedestrian was not intoxicated or where the driver was intoxicated. That's what they're saying, right? Pedestrian not intoxicated, or, see the or there? Very important. Driver was. So pedestrian no, or driver yes. That's where I'm coming up with that. That's what they said in the words, right? Okay, here we go. So talk to me. What about these 54? Are they in? What do we know about these 54 people?
The driver and the pedestrian were
right.
intoxicated.
Both were intoxicated, right? In those 54 accidents, both the driver was intoxicated and the pedestrian was intoxicated. So, is it true for them, just for them right now, don't worry about anything else, just for those 54, is it true that either the pedestrian was not intoxicated or the driver was? Is that true of them?
Yes.
Yes. Right? Yes. Right? Because the driver was. So it's kind of like, let me give you an example. It's kind of like if you're applying for a scholarship. What if it said you can apply for this scholarship? They have this new scholarship for college at Fresno State. It'll give you free tuition at Fresno State if you've been to the moon or you grew up in Fresno County or let's say California, or you're born in California. How about that? So you can get this scholarship for free if you've been to the moon or you were born in California. Probably a lot of you were born in California, right? And so even though you haven't been to the moon, probably a lot of you were born in California, and so you could get this scholarship, right? That's the meaning of or. I'm just trying to help you think clearly about what or means. You don't have to do both, right? Or means do one or the other. You don't have to. You can have that scholarship if you're born in California, even if you haven't been to the moon. Now, if they said and, that would change everything. You only get the scholarship if you've been to the moon and you were born in California. Well, we're all out, right? None of us have been to the moon. right? That's a big difference, isn't it? If they say or, whoops, I got to write the or a little better. If they say or, you don't have to do both. It's one or the other. Right. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's the difference between or and and. That's what this section is all about. So let's get back to this 54 here. Are they in the group? Well, for those 54, was either the pedestrian, was either the pedestrian not intoxicated or the driver was? Well, yes, the driver was. So they meet the second condition. Okay, they're in. Okay, what about these 237? Are they in? Well, they're all driver no, pedestrian yes. So are they in?
No.
Right, they're out. They fail on both accounts. It's supposed to be pedestrian not, but they're pedestrian yes. And it's supposed to be driver or driver yes, but they're driver no. So they are out. Let me put it back. So they're in. This is a no. I'm just going to write no so I remember I've looked at it. Let's go over here to these 73. They are driver yes, pedestrian no. What do you think? Are they in? Are they in the group? Are they either pedestrian not or driver yes?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're driver yes. Well, in fact, they're both, aren't they? They're doubly in. They've been to the moon and they were born in California, so to speak. They're meeting both sides. They can totally have the scholarship, right? And then final group down here. How about the 613? Let me go back here. So we're yes. Yes, no. How about the 613? They are driver no, pedestrian no. They're no. They're a no. So
yes.
But they're a yes. Yeah, well said. Right? Because are they either pedestrian not or driver yes? Well, yeah, they're pedestrian not. They're pedestrian not. So they met one of the two conditions, which is all it takes. We all know the meaning of the word or. Right? We all know what it would mean for the scholarship. So yeah, so they're in. That's the very meaning of the word or. See how math is just following the truth here. That's what the word or means. So those three groups are all yeses, aren't they? So when we do this problem and the probability, you know the bottom is going to be the total, right? The top will be all those added up. 54 plus 73 plus 613. All those added up, and the total is the 977 for mine. 977 on the bottom. I'm going to use my calculator here to add up those top. 54 plus 73 plus 613. I'm getting, what was that, 740? So 7, then you divide by 977 on your calculator. You get this stuff out of the way down here. And this comes out to be 0.7574206. They want 4 decimal places, so boom, right there, 7.7574. That, so what that means is about 75% of all the pedestrian deaths in 75% of the cases, either the pedestrian was not intoxicated or the driver was intoxicated. In 75% of the cases. There we go. So that is the meaning of the word or. What if, let me ask you guys and gals, what if they had said and instead of or? Because you're going to get both on the next exam and you really need to know the difference. What if they had said, you can apply for this scholarship if you've been to the moon and you were born in California? Well, then you got to do both, right? That's what and means, both. So what would my answer be in this case if they said pedestrian not, and driver yes? How many people are pedestrian not and driver yes?
73.
Yeah, that would just be the straight 73 on the top divided by the 977, same total on the bottom, whatever that came out to be. Right. Everybody good with that? That's correct. That's the 73, because those are the driver yes people and pedestrian not. That's right. It would just be that one box, the 73. Right on, good job. But when they say or, we got 3 boxes, don't we? Because those 3 boxes meet either the pedestrian not case or they meet the driver yes case. So do you see the difference between and or? Let me redo this one more time in a way that might be easier for you. I just want to show you several views. This, I know from semesters past, this is very hard for students to get the hang of. So let me show it one more way. When you read an or, you say, you think either the first or the second, right? That's what or means. Or means you can either meet the first condition or you can meet the second condition. We all know that's what or means, okay? So what? Well, come in here and let's just handle the first, you could just take the conditions one at a time. Pedestrian not. So pedestrian no, that means you know these two are in right away. Yes, yes, because they're both pedestrian no cases. You could just circle them right away. In both those groups, the pedestrian was not intoxicated. And they said pedestrian not or driver yes, so you can have either the first or the second. So I just grab all the first, and then you go to the second. Driver was intoxicated, and you go driver yes, that means both of these. And we kind of doubly circled the 73. And there we go. And that's another maybe quicker, easier way to find the same answer, the same 3 groups, the 54, the 73, the 613. You see how I did that? I just circled down this way because it was the driver no people. Then I circled this way because it was the, the first one was the pedestrian no. Second one was the driver yes. That's what or means. You either do one condition or the other. Good. Questions I can answer on that? All right.